Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to today's video. I thought it'd be fun to just kind of sit down and have a chill, relaxing, get ready with me style video. I feel like I don't do these enough. I am like the most chatty, talkative person probably on the planet. Like I can talk real fast, and working in customer service has kind of helped me tame that down a little bit. I remember one of my very first phone jobs, one of the critiques that I would constantly get was you need to slow down when you talk. And so since then, working in customer service for a solid 12 years or so it's been now, I've kind of really been groomed into talking much slower. I just thought it would be fun to sit down and do a get ready with me style video since I don't do these enough. I have no idea what direction this video is about to go in. I don't really know exactly what topics are going to come up, and I'm kind of winging it. I just felt like, you know, putting on some of my solid makeup favorites, and I kept thinking about this palette too, the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This was like the second high-end palette that I ever purchased. Right before starting YouTube, my fiance, or my husband, God, I'm still calling him my fiance. Terrible. My husband actually bought me this palette for Christmas, and it is still one of my all-time favorites. I just feel like I have so much other makeup that I never dip into this anymore, so I definitely want to play with this today. So yeah, let's just go ahead and hang out and chat together and talk and put on some makeup. As y'all know, I'm going to start off with my favorite ride or die L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. It has like the world's longest name. I have to mix two shades right now. I'm looking at the shade 425, which is this one right here. And this is the shade that I wore all the time before summer hit. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I was this light at one point. I have to mix it with 475 because obviously 425 is way too freaking light. We're gonna mix those together and it makes my perfect foundation shade. I wanna know what's going on in your guys' lives. Are things good? You know, maybe we can start kind of like a group therapy session in the chat. I feel like, or in the chat, in the comments, I feel like my comment section is for the most part pretty positive. I don't really have to really delete a lot of comments. I mean, I don't see all of them, but the notifications that I get, I feel like this is a pretty positive place, and I love that. I very, very rarely get mean comments. Speaking of that, I have been meaning to make a video on mean comments because I do get them. It has definitely happened before, and I think it's kind of fun to just kind of laugh at that. I have a very, very thick skin. It takes a lot to offend me and really, really, truly make me mad. So I can handle it. Luckily, I feel like being on YouTube, you have to be able to have a little bit of a thick skin and be able to handle some nasty comments. I can only imagine as my channel grows, probably at some point, I may have to deal with more nasty people, and I don't know, maybe I won't. But nonetheless, it doesn't bother me, and I can handle it. When my BoxyCharm video was posted, my why I canceled BoxyCharm, that is probably the video that attracts the most negative comments. I have been called spoiled millennial, I've been called entitled, all kinds of stuff, and I wish that people would just realize that this is a beauty review channel. Hello people, I'm gonna give it to you like it is, whether it's something that you wanna hear or not. I'm here to share honest experiences with you. If I didn't do that, then I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing and reviewing product and all things beauty for you, because that's kind of what it is. I know that most of you get that, but it's just funny because that's like the first thing I think of. I'm like, seriously? And it's like comments where people don't even watch the video. You know they didn't even watch it because of the comment and what they're saying. You're like, did you even pay attention? And I used to respond a lot more, but I don't. I totally don't. If it's annoying enough or ignorant enough of a comment, I'll actually block or just delete the comment depending. Like I said, most of the time it takes a lot for me to do that. Anyways, oh my gosh, you guys, I have so much on my mind right now. There is some major personal stuff going on with my family right now. We're pretty much trying to get through, I'd have to say, the hardest time in all of our lives. I am affected by it, but not completely directly. Like, it's hard for me to explain, and obviously I'm not here to share that with anybody right now, exactly the details. But it got me thinking, you know, when stuff like this happens, you never know what someone is going through. It's just one of those things. And I know that just seems like such a cliche thing to say. It's so important to just be kind to people. Even if people aren't the nicest to you, who knows? Maybe their life is complete shit and that's why they're not being the nicest person in the world. You know, that could be part of it. I know that sometimes there's no excuse for certain behavior, and I'm not excusing that, but I just feel like it's one of those things where you don't know. Life can change in an absolute instant, in an instance, and sometimes that is the scariest thought for me when I sit down and kind of like ponder certain things about my own life and what's going on. Sometimes things happen and I can just sit here and be like, why? Why did this happen? Certain things that you wouldn't expect. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And it's really testing my belief in things happen for a reason. I was always one of those people, and it kind of gave me comfort and solace. I was always one of those people who was like, you know what? Sometimes even the worst things happen for a reason. I still believe that to be true, but there's also right now with what's going on, what would be the reason for something like this to actually be happening? Do you know what I mean? When certain horrendous things happen, or you think about certain things in the world, you're like, why? That's like the worst possible thing. Why is it that a certain person or a certain place is just being hammered with a certain situation? Is there deep down a reason for that? I don't know. I'm getting quite philosophical right now and getting into a deep place that I have been visiting a little too often these days. It's just one of those things where just in general, be kind, kill them with kindness. If someone's being an asshole to you, they just constantly have asshole behavior, whether it's a coworker or a neighbor or an acquaintance, or you go to a grocery store and you get that girl at the checkout, guy at the checkout. It's the same thing. They're just not very friendly. I'm kind of starting to be a softer person where it's like, I am not gonna reduce myself to treating them that way as well. Yes, obviously treat others as you want to be treated. That's a huge thing, and I do believe that. I don't want to compromise myself and who I am. I just want to be an overall nicer, more patient person because I'm learning from an experience that I'm going through right now with my family. And I just think that it's so important to be that way. I've always really kind of been a nice person. I was bullied a bit growing up. God, I try to do my brows. Sorry, sidetracked here. Before my foundation, which I don't always do, but I didn't feel like doing them on camera. And I always feel like they look like shit when I do them like that. Anyways, now I just totally lost my train of thought and what I was trying to say right now. But yes, to get back on track, I was bullied a bit growing up, mostly in elementary school, a little bit in middle school, not so much in high school. I mean, I've dealt with shitty friends more so in high school and not so much like being bullied per se. But when I was younger, man, oh my gosh, I just remember certain things like, I don't know, things that the girls for the most part would say to me. It was never boys. It was always like other girls. They were just freaking rude. And I remember, like, I don't know why I always, like I said, I always kind of had like a very tough skin where like I just wouldn't ever let it get to me too much, I would say. I've always just kind of been like, I'm gonna be stronger than this. I'm just not gonna let people get to me. I'm just gonna continue on. And I feel like I'm very fortunate for that. I mean, I think it also has something to do with how well my parents parented me and the things that they taught me and stuff like that, if that makes any sense. But yeah, like I was always able to handle it, and I still am to this day. I kind of have like a very much so like, well, screw you type attitude. I used to kind of be a jerk back. I would clap back. And for a moment in time, despite the fact, like I said, I always feel like I've been more of a nice person and I never bullied people, I would try to stick up for the kid that was being bullied. That was always kind of a thing for me. If I saw a kid being bullied, I was like, well, I'm gonna be their friend type thing. But through that thick skin, I kind of turned into sometimes a bit of, you know, someone who would clap back. Like if you're gonna see something mean to me, I'm gonna be 10 times meaner to you and I'm gonna get you back. And that's not the right thing either. And that's kind of what I'm learning right now is like, sometimes, man, that shit is just not worth it. Investing yourself that way and expelling that kind of energy. No, I'm trying to be more positive. So there's that. One day, yes, I feel like I will be ready to share the story of what's going on, you know, with my family, my sister and all that. No, we aren't feuding with each other or anything like that. It's just really tough times and we're trying to be strong and we're trying to get through it. So moral of the story here is to just do your best to be a good, kind person and to set that example. Lead by example. Be a leader. Don't follow what other people are saying. Set that example for yourself and then hopefully maybe they will follow you and be a leader as well and lead by example. I'm all about that. I am not into like following the ideas of other people, following what other people are saying. I am so much for building a group of leaders and people who are leading their own pack. That's what I believe in. So speaking of that, again, with everything that's happened, I have really started to figure out that my hopes and dreams and the things that I want to achieve in my life are freaking important. I am very much so a goal-oriented person. I have changed so much. If you guys would have known me when I was like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, even into my like early to mid 20s, I have changed so much. I'll be honest. I feel like it took me a longer period of time to grow up. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you there. It took me a lot longer to grow up and to be more of like a type A. I have turned into such a type A personality and that was never me before. Oh my God, I used to be like the world's biggest procrastinator, like the biggest procrastinator on the planet. That was me. Like I didn't care. I always had time to do this, that, and the other thing. I was always a slacker in school. School wasn't my thing. But now I kind of take life so differently. And I think YouTube has taught me a lot. Being on YouTube and having this channel has really even more so kicked that into high gear. Like I am a goal-oriented person. Every time I look in the viewfinder, I feel like my bronzer is too harsh. So I'm trying to like blend it out more. Anyways, goal-oriented person. I want to move to the East Coast so badly. You have no clue. I am obsessed with New York City. I absolutely love it there. When I am there, I feel like I am at home. It suits me. It just suits how I feel, the vibe, the energy. I become alive when I am in New York City specifically. There's just something about it that I can't explain. I don't miss my hometown when I'm there. I know a lot of people are like, well, you only spent a few days there, you know, I mean, how do you know? I bet if you live there, you might not like it. What would you do? And that's true. Maybe I wouldn't like it, but I need to find that out for myself. So I've kind of been like entertaining the idea of moving out there and like renting a place for like a year, selling my house right now and just going for it. I just feel like if I don't do it now, I'm at the age where I can. I don't have children right now. I don't really have anything tying me down. And with the profession that I'm in, I could find a job very easily out there. I do work in like aesthetics. I have a ton of medical patient coordinator background. And obviously on any part of the coast, aesthetics is like, you know, a huge thing. So I feel like I could find something fairly easy in those parts. I just keep telling myself like, why not? This has just become something that is just so huge for me. I feel like I just need to bite the bullet and do it and start working towards that goal because who knows if I'll ever get to again. I'm in my early 30s. It's wearing on me. It's occupying my mind all the time. I am subscribed to housing updates. Where the hell is my fan brush? Here it is. I am subscribed to like updates of like Hoboken, Jersey City, Brooklyn, Kearney, New Jersey. I get like all the Zillow updates for like rental properties and all this stuff right to my email so that I can see like what's available out there. I'm obsessed. I'm doing it. I have to do it. My husband, Jeremy, he's totally on board. We both love it out there so much. We just feel like we belong. The vibe, everything that there is to do, so awesome. And that's my goal. At first I was like, that's it. In a year, I'm going to do it. I'm so going to do it. Give me 1 year. I'm going to get my current house into sell mode and just run with it. It's a little unrealistic right now with what's going on. You know, it's like those little hiccups that keep coming up and trying to work past them. But man, I'm someone who works. I have perseverance. I work for things. And if someone tells me that I can't have something, or I feel like I'm being tested in that way, I work 10 times harder. That's just who I am. A good example, I actually failed my license test 3 times. No, I failed my license test twice. I would get really mad, really pissed off, but it just like made me go harder. I remember when I finally passed it, I gave the lady like a huge hug. I was just thrilled. Oh my God, you guys. My brows are a mess and my bronzer is just like, whoosh, really heavy right now. What is going on? We need to blend that out. It's funny because when I look in my mirror, it doesn't look that bad, but like in the viewfinder, it's just like, whoa, Bronze City, what the hell? Anyways, but yeah, I failed my driver's test like a gazillion times. Whatever though. I mean, obviously I passed it, duh, but it like kicks me into overdrive. I'm one of those people, tell me I can't and I'll go 10 times harder type thing, you know? I am dealing with, I thought it was eczema, but my sister who works in a dermatology office, she looked at my eyelids and she's like, that is dermatitis. And I'm like, what the freak is that? That sounds nasty as shit. And I guess like it's common, but I don't know how I would have gotten it on my eyelids, and really the only way to get it to go away, at least to my knowledge and what she told me, is to put Aquaphor on it and cortisone cream. Yeah, that's what I've been battling with. So the other day, Friday, I met up with my aunt at the mall, because there's a mall like right by where I work, and we wanted Panda Express. Yes, I am the pinnacle of health lately. We met up at the mall and I was like, oh my God, I really want Panda Express. I keep saying like, oh, I'm gonna have one more day where I just eat like total shit, and then I swear I'm gonna get back into working out, and that was supposed to be Friday, but yesterday I ended up eating queso, and then today I went out for brunch and had ramen noodles for dinner and a chai shake, so that's how that's going. But anyways, we went to the mall. God, I'm all over the place. We went to the mall and I opened my car door. You guys, I'm not even joking you. I opened up my car door and this was like the one spot that was like left in the lot. The mall was just packed. I looked down on the ground. I was like, holy shit, you will not believe what's on the ground. And she's like, oh my God, what is it? She thought it was like a bug or something. And I'm like, no, 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 it's nothing bad. And I looked down on there and it is a freaking New Jersey transit ticket. So to get from like Jersey to New York City, or like to transport from there's the New Jersey Transit that will usually take you into Penn Station or other connecting stations. And it was just sitting on the ground. I was like, why the hell? Like how? Why? Like I keep getting all of these signs everywhere that it's like justifying my plan of like wanting to move out to the East Coast. Undeniable. And I told my husband about that and he's just like, you're putting it out into the world. I'm like, I didn't ask for this. It just like keeps presenting itself to me. Okay. Like I'm not choosing this. It's just happening. It's like, I feel like I'm just being pulled that way. Okay. Enough about that. You guys, salted caramel. God, such a good crease shade. Chantel, if you're watching this, one of my friends, her and I, we both got this palette. She got it from her boyfriend at the time for Christmas. And we both just always talked about how much we loved salted caramel. And every time I would reach into this palette and wear it, I'd like message her and be like, salted caramel. And she would know exactly what I was talking about. Kind of fun. Some of these shades are getting kind of dry and like crumbly because I need a new one. This one's probably expired. That's disgusting. Don't follow in my footsteps, but it's true. So there you guys have it, you know, an update on my life. I've been going through a ton of epiphanies and realizations about certain things. There's something that you want to do with your life. Don't wait. Just do it, because you just never know. You never know what tomorrow holds. You just need to kind of just grab it. If it's starting a YouTube channel, a new hobby. I know I talk about this a lot, but I am such a firm believer in just getting it done and just doing the shit that you want to do. Don't listen to anybody trying to be negative about it anyway, talk you out of it, because those who truly love you and support you are going to be there rooting you on and just cheering you on from the sidelines like, yeah, girl, get it, do it. I so much believe in that. And I'll be that for you. If you feel like you don't have anyone like that in your life, well, here I am, girl. I am here for you to tell you that you should go for it and that you should do it and that you deserve freaking everything. You deserve the world. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to achieve the hopes and dreams and goals and everything that you have ever wanted. Get it. You deserve it. Okay, I need to blend this out. I'm doing the same look that I always used to do back in the day when I would actually use this palette. This palette just has like the most bomb brown shades. Do you guys know what I picked up? And I am super excited to review on my channel. I picked up the new KKW Beauty, the Kim Kardashian mattes. I picked up the Coco collection. It looks so beautiful. Say what you want about the Kardashians. I know that some people feel some type of way about them, but I do have to give it to Kim. Her line has become pretty inspired. When she came out with that body foundation, I know that some people thought that it was a little bit over the top and like way into vanity, and while I can totally get why people would feel that way, I'm also over here like, you know what? This is different. This is just something different in the beauty community, and I love when brands just come out with different things, and I feel like she's kind of doing that. And this new mattes collection, which is like 90s inspired, I am so beyond into it, and I'm so excited. I picked up like the total, like the full Coco collection that came with the lip liners, the eyeliners, the matte lipsticks, and the shadow palette. I'm so excited because I haven't tried anything from KKW Beauty, and I actually shared it on Instagram that I picked up some of the stuff from that collection, and she reposted it, or well, KKW Beauty did. I doubt she did it, but from her brand, they reposted it, and I like about shit my pants. I thought it was the coolest thing. Being noticed by a brand is like the best thing ever. Good Molecules actually recently sent me some of their products. I love Good Molecules. I'm the biggest fan of their super peptide serum, and when they reached out to me and said they wanted to send me some product, no strings attached, they didn't ask me to like review it for them in exchange for the product. They just said, we'd love for you to try this out. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And I was like, hell yeah, girl. I would love to try out your products because I love that serum. My sister ordered some of the stuff on her own as well after I told her about it, and she loved it too. So we were all about that. And I was like, yes, please. So I just started using a few of the serums last night, and already I can like feel it starting to work. Skincare takes about 4 to 6 weeks to really do something. Obviously, I mean, you can start to feel textural changes, but you're not going to get, you know, the full effect. You have to actually keep up with it and keep using it. And I plan to, because I'm going to give you guys feedback, the rundown. They didn't send me their whole line by any means, but she asked me like what the gal who reached out to me and wanted to send me this stuff, she asked me what my skin concerns were. And I told her it was mostly like aging, fine lines, wrinkles, pore size. I do experience hormonal breakouts, but I do control that with tretinoin cream, which is like a prescription thing, but it really helps. Like, I haven't gotten really terrible cystic acne since I've started that. I do want to make an updated skincare video for you guys too, because I get asked about my skincare all the time. I can totally help you guys pick out skincare that's best for your skin type. But so they sent me things that were more tailored to my skin type and what I was looking to achieve. Super excited about that. One update I want to give you guys, this eyeliner right here, I actually included this in my, I think it was my July favorites and fails. And initially this is the Physicians formula. This is their eye booster 2-in-1 lash boosting eyeliner. And I told you guys that I hated this. I don't know what, I don't know if I just didn't shake it well enough or just really like, because like the tip of this like kind of pumps into the cap. I don't know if I just didn't do that enough, because when I tried it the second time, I was like, okay, I see why people are loving this, because this actually is really good and I'm so into it. I'm glad that I gave it another shot, and I'm glad that you guys commented and called me out on it because it's pretty good. I just want to do like a simple line right here. I'm not going to do like a wing or anything, but it goes on so precise and nicely. It doesn't bleed, and it's got like such a precise tip. I'm like deep in concentration right now. Can anyone else like not talk when they're doing their eyeliner? Shit, see, that's what I just did. I did it too thick. I feel like I can't even breathe when I'm doing this. Now I'm playing that game where it's like, oh, this side is thicker, so now I need to make this side thicker. A position in makeup chest that you never want to be in. This stuff is awesome. I used to like the NYX Epic ink liner. That was like my favorite for the longest time, but I feel like there's something defective in the pen, because after a while, unless you store it like sitting like straight up and down, it starts to like really flood into the tip and it'll just bleed everywhere and just leave like the most crazy like bleed out liner of all time all over your lid, and it can ruin your look real quick, and that started to happen to me. God, my brows just look like ass. It looks so bad right now. It's like choppy and gross, whatever. I'm over it. It's like I find a brow product that I love and then I use it for a while and then I'm like, God, I actually don't like this anymore. And then I move on to something else. My favorite brow pencil ever, I think it's called Rodial or Rodial. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it was actually sent to me in a Tribe beauty box. You guys, that was the best eyebrow pencil ever. Like, so good. It didn't look patchy or like thick or just clumpy or like skippy on the brows. It just stayed in place all day, didn't bleed, didn't budge, and I ran out of it and I went online to try to get it and I saw that Bloomingdale's had it online for like $7 and it didn't say it wasn't in stock. I was like, bitch, yes, add to cart. I was gonna buy like 3 of them, but then it was like, this item is no longer available, but it kept popping up on their website and it kept saying add to cart. Are you freaking joking me? What the hell is that? So mad. So then I bought their microblade one, it's called, and it's just too thick. The product is like so soft in it that when I put it on my brows, it just spreads everywhere and it just looks thick and gross and just heavy, and I don't like it. And it was like their ash brown color was like perfect for me. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know like your favorite brow pencils. I need to know because your girl is trying to find one. I like the Kylie pencil. It's not my favorite of all time. Nothing I feel like will ever take the place of that Rodial or Rodial, I don't know how the hell to say it, pencil. Like, I feel like it's just, like, it can't be beat. Like, that's just, like, the absolute best. Also, I want to know what your favorite mascaras are. I feel like mascara and brow products are 2 things that are so personal to the user. Okay, I completely forgot to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. Who is she? What am I doing? That's, like, my favorite part of my makeup, and I totally skipped it. But yeah, I feel like mascara and brow products are 2 things that are like so personal. I feel like not many people love the same of those things. I mean, like, there can be, but like, for example, mascara I love, my sister probably hates. A brow product I love, my best friend might hate, for example. I feel like it's like few and far between where you feel like you like truly share like that obsession with somebody else. Like my friend at work, my best friend Ashley at work, we were talking about mascaras and she's like, oh, I feel like I have to really build up this particular mascara. And I was like, what? I feel like I can put on 2 coats and I'm good to go. And she's like, not me. And it's so strange. Like, to me, that's just the weirdest thing. I got this lipstick from Sephora. This is like one of their lip stories, I think it's called. Yeah, lip stories. And this one's Sephora Loves New York, of course. You know, your girl had to get this. Anything with the Statue of Liberty or anything even remotely referring to New York is something that I have to have. And it's a cream finish, so it's perfect. This is what the color looks like. So pretty. I've only used it like a couple of times, but we're gonna use it today. Like, look at that. It goes on so opaque. I kind of want to do a video of like all Sephora makeup because I feel like they have so many good products that like not a lot of people talk about. And when I say Sephora makeup, I mean like Sephora branded makeup. Such a pretty color. You guys, this is like my favorite look right here. I love this look. I just love a neutral eye with just fluttery lashes, bronzy skin, highlight your lip up better. Like, this is just such a classic look. Absolutely love this. All right, you guys, so thank you so much for hanging out with me and listening to me chit chat about a whole bunch of random shit. I hope that you guys found this kind of fun and chill and relaxing. As always, leave a comment down below just about anything. Let's do that. Anything that you feel like you want to talk about, any questions that you have for me. Maybe we'll do a Q&A type thing. I don't know, whatever you guys feel like doing. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it, share it, and of course, be sure to subscribe to my channel before you go. Don't forget to enter my giveaway that I have going on right now. You have a few more days to enter. I will be drawing a winner on August the 21st. It's in my last video that I posted. I will link that in the description box below. I love you guys so much. Again, cheers to 2 years on YouTube. If you didn't know, it's my 2-year YouTube anniversary. I love you guys so much and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye guys.